Hey guys, I'm Captain Duck and this is DFVIDTUTS2015. In this episode I'll explain all about butchering. We've covered butchering before with previous times with animal husbandry, but thought it probably deserve its own little episode as well. So butchering is what happens when you butcher animals. So we've talked about setting up these animal stockpiles before in animal husbandry, so take a look about that if you want more info. You make these butcher shops, then you can butcher the animals there. You see things are being slaughtered down here. They're dragging turkeys towards here and slaughtering them. And well, first of all, you need a butcher shop to have that work. And you build one with B, no, Z, no, U. U it is. I thought I made this room a little bit bigger. I kind of want to expand my butcher shops here. Also take good care of what I've done here. I've put a whole lot of doors between these passageways. That's because butchery is, well, it's a filthy thing basically. It generates miasma. You sometimes see these purple clouds coming up from rotting things, especially if you store them underground, like in this indoor refuse stockpile, which I've talked about in a previous episode. That will create miasma. That your dwarves will not like that, and they do not like working in miasma. And butchers' workshops are very often create a lot of miasma. Often items get stored in there. They don't get dragged out in time if you don't have enough room in your stockpiles, for example, and that's a big problem. So the solution to that, what I found, is make an indoor refuse stockpile. Make sure there's some ways outside. Like here, I built a stair outside and downstairs here. I've built a fortification on top of that, so no one can get in. But all the miasma air can get out. It can go up and leave through these fortifications, which will leave these indoor refuse stockpiles generating way less miasma. And if there's any, it'll be brought away and it will stay there forever. And the same thing with the butcher's workshops here. I built a stair in the middle, and on the upper level a block fortification over the hole that was under here. And this way miasma created in a butcher shop can be moved away as well. Okay, so now I have room. If I press B W U, wrong button. B W U for a butcher shop. Yeah, finally. Place that somewhere. Make it out of anything. I'm going to place two more here. Oh, this might block the door. To be certain, I'm going to place it over here because I can. And now I'll have 4 butcher shops, which is good since I have a lot of animals to slaughter. I should show you how to manually slaughter again as well. With the Z menu, straight enter for animals menu, you have a big list of all the animals in your fort here, and any of them you can choose, like this pooled over here, and press B to mark them for slaughter, and that will happen. There's also a fancy new auto butcher thing. I just explained it in the animal husbandry episode, so go watch that if you want to know more about animal husbandry. Which normally doesn't crash you at Dwarf Fortress, and also, motherfucker, I haven't saved in a while. I'll get back to Dwarf Fort, 1 sec. Okay, and we're back. Had to redo some stuff. About the butcheries. We know how to build a butcher's workshop now. But we do also need to make sure we have dwarves which have that butchery job. I've set up in the dwarf therapist here with the butchery job. If I sort on that with sorting by nothing, I have like 5 dwarves who can butcher. None of these dwarves are too busy with other hauling jobs, so they'll butcher everything I can. And I guess I should take a look at auto butcher again, since this is the butchery episode. So yeah, and how to slaughter the animals. You don't need any other items, just this. A dwarf, a butcher's workshop, and a dwarf which has the butchery job. Now to slaughter animals, like the usual ways, to use the Z menu and enter animals menu. And here you can select any animal, press B to slaughter it. I don't want to slaughter these dogs, actually. I want to make sure these dogs don't get slaughtered. And yeah, lots of progress was saved, so I'm going to make these guys available as pets by pressing enter on them. So I make sure when a dog is when they're pets, they can't ever be. I don't care about those dogs, but I do care about the female dogs. Oh, maybe one more male. Lost my train of thought there. Goddamn. When they're pets, they can't be slaughtered. That's the idea, I think. So yeah, I could select anyone and mark them for slaughter. It looks like I already set a lot of bolts. Let's not do that. I was trying to reduce my number of bolts since I have so many walking around and it's like killing my FPS. Having lots of animals around is lots of pathing in your fortress and is bad for your frame rate. Will make the game run slower. And we have Auto Butcher now, which I'll show again for those who are just watching this episode and not the animal husbandry one. So, okay, so for animal auto butchery, which is a DF hack thing, which you get if you have the lazy new pack, you'll probably have this window running in the background as well. Now let's look. Okay, so that's auto butcher. Well, if you have DF hack, then you can use the Z to go to the animal menu, or this menu, then enter to go to animals, then capital B, shift B to go to the auto butcher menu. And it looks like it did save my settings, luckily. Although not, it did save all of my settings. Now what I've done here is first I've turned all of them on, capital A, capital W, then let the game run for a second, and then you can set up the things here. This list is pretty self-explanatory. What I've set, especially here for turkeys, I've like pressed F here and set 100, so I can have all the turkey kids, and I can have all the turkey female kids, all the turkey male kids. Only a couple, 10 female adults and 2 male adults. This way, I will have tons of turkeys growing up, and when they're grown up, they'll be automatically marked for slaughter. I've also set these up to not slaughter my dogs because I want a lot of dogs. I want war dogs in the future. That's the basics about the auto butcher menu, which is definitely damn useful. It also prevents you from getting cat explosions. This way I'll have like 5 female cats max, and I'll never should be able to get that explosion, or if that happens, then well, they'll soon be slaughtered, and I don't even have to look at that anymore. Thanks to also Auto Butcher. Words. I'm sorry, I've recorded this episode a couple of times because things went wrong. After the break as well. Okay, I think that's about all you need to know about butchering. So yeah, have the workshops, have a dwarf which does that. More of them when you're in a big fort like this. Have a refuse stockpile nearby. Make sure if it's indoor that it can't leak miasma to your other stuff. And yeah, and use the Z menu to slaughter normally. B on anything to slaughter it, or B again to unslaughter it. And capital B to get into the auto butcher menu. And yeah, if you want more information about that, do check out the animal husbandry episode. I go a little bit more detail about auto butcher there. Yeah, that's enough for this episode. I hope you learned something about butchering, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, here's a quick little note to show you guys my Patreon. This Patreon is a site where you can give money per month to artists like me, so we get a little bit of more stable income. If you were so nice to do that, you can also get yourself dwarfed. If you pay $1 per month, you can get yourself on the dwarfing list. If you pay 10, you can give me a suggestion for a game to play. I already played FTL because of that. And yeah, here's the dwarfing list. There's some dwarfs in here, so I need a whole lot more. So yeah, please sign up on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/DFVIDTUTS.